From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. Sunday, Hazleton police were called to a residence on Garfield Street for a physical altercation. Officers say 22-year-old Christopher Wyln choked a female after refusing to leave the location and refusing to allow her to leave as well. The victim was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton for treatment. Wyln was charged with strangulation, terroristic threats, simple assault, false imprisonment, and harassment. Wyln was arraigned, bail set at $50,000 straight cash. On Friday, Hazleton police received information about a possible child abduction. Police say they were told that a red four-door sedan-style vehicle with rust on the rear corner, driven by a black or possibly dark-skinned Hispanic male, approached and asked a 10-year-old female student who was walking to school in the area of 10th Street if she wanted a ride. The 10-year-old child refused and was followed by the vehicle around the corner when the child was approached and again asked for the second time. The 10-year-old again refused and continued walking quickly to school. Hazleton police are asking anyone with information to contact 911 immediately or the Hazleton Detective Bureau. Police in Pottsville investigating a shooting incident. It happened around 3:30 Sunday morning in the 300 block of West Market Street. Police say an argument may have led to that gunfire. A 36-year-old man was injured and taken for treatment, but there's no word if his injuries were related to the gunshots. Police say suspects left the scene before they arrived. Anyone who may have information on the incident is asked to contact Pottsville Police. Jim Thorpe Police Department has an active arrest warrant out for this man. He's 46-year-old Edwin Evans. Evans has been charged with unlawful possession of methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia. The charges stem from an incident that occurred in Jim Thorpe in August. Evans' last known locations were Lehighton Borough and Wasteport Borough. Anyone with information in regards to his whereabouts is asked to contact the Jim Thorpe Police Department at 570-325-4995 or 911. Two men from Philadelphia were arrested in Wilkes-Barre after they were found allegedly possessing illegal drugs and firearms. City police say they investigated an assault involving a 32-year-old man Sunday on Bradford Street. Police say the man suffered a non-life-threatening injury and was treated at a local hospital. That investigation led police to a residence on New Hancock Street where they arrested 24-year-old Alexander Martinez and 23-year-old Johnny Baker after the drugs and firearms were allegedly found. Martinez and Baker were charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, 2 counts each of aggravated assault, and 1 count each of reckless endangerment, among other charges. Martinez and Baker were jailed at the Luzerne County Prison for lack of $200,000 and $100,000 bail. Tuesday night, Hazleton City Council will be voting on a tax sale program. That's a major part to the $9.42 million budget. Council will vote on the first reading of a proposed ordinance that would amend the administrative code and require the mayor and council to agree on the manner in which all forms of revenue will be handled. Council also has listed a vote on selling the 2017 tax claims to the Luzerne County Redevelopment Authority. The arrangement will bring the city an upfront payment of $700,000 according to council. Also on Tuesday night's agenda, a second vote on council's proposed budget. Mayor Jeff Cassatt said that budget underfunds the police and fire department budgets. It eliminates 1 mechanic position for the highway garage, and council's budget does not account for an increase in health insurance cost. Council's meeting Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. Governor Tom Wolf wants a Democratic state senator to resign over published allegations of inappropriate conduct toward women. Former campaign and legislative staffers and advisors have come forward accusing 56-year-old Senator Dalen Leach of alleged behaviors ranging from highly sexualized jokes and comments to touching they considered inappropriate. Leach blames the accusations on an unnamed political opponent and denies he ever inappropriately touched women. Coming up on WYLN News, it was a busy weekend for Joe Madden, and we have a recap of his visit home for the Hazleton native. Plus, elder abuse investigations are getting more attention in Pennsylvania. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. For the overnight, we can expect a few clouds around, mild temperatures, no rain or snow events really expected until late in the week. With tomorrow, we have clouds and a high of 44, partly cloudy and 36 for Wednesday. And look at that, the solstice arrives Thursday with sunshine. We'll be right back.
Churz Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Churz Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Churz 570-454-7229.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Van Hoagland Garden Center is now open on the Lofty Road just outside of McAdoo. Stop in and get your seasonal favorites. Choose from a great selection of colorful poinsettias and holiday cactus.
Chicago Cubs manager and Hazleton native Joe Madden was back in town over the weekend. This past Friday was the 2nd annual Around the Horn fundraiser. It featured a sports memorabilia auction and brought NFL Hall of Famer Mike Ditka to town to host the event. WYLN's Ryan Osachi has more.
Last Friday, the Valley Country Club held the 2nd annual Around the Horn, a hip fundraising event with Hazleton native Joe Madden.
This year, actually, we have 3 corporate sponsors that donated this year that really probably generated more money than we've had in the past just from these 3 particular sponsors right from Jump Street. And then beyond that, on an annual basis, we're getting more and more support from the general public in the area. So on an annual basis, everybody keeps getting more generous. And I think part of that is that everybody's understanding what we're doing right now. It's becoming more familiar. It's becoming more palatable in a sense to a lot of folks, and they're understanding why it's so necessary to be on board when it comes to the integration of our Hispanic brothers and sisters to our culture here in Hazleton and throughout the rest of the country.
The event included an auction of sports memorabilia such as jerseys, helmets, and more, and also included casino-style games in order to raise money for programs such as the Hazleton Integration Project.
The money that we raise tonight goes to the Respect 90 Foundation, and from that we are able to dole it out among different organizations such as the Hazleton Integration Project, HIP. We ran a golf tournament in Chicago the last couple of years with all the proceeds from the golf tournament going specifically to HIP and Hazleton One Community Center. Within the building itself, the participation among the kids in the community, the after-school programs, the athletic programs, the cultural programs for kids and adults. Now, it's not just for the Hispanic.
And that wasn't only where Joe Madden was. Many came out yesterday to celebrate in a long-standing Hazelton tradition that gives back to the community. Our Julie Stefanovich was there and has that story on the Thanksmas dinner.
For the past 7 years, Chicago Cubs manager and Hazelton's own Joe Madden celebrates the spirit of giving by hosting the annual Thanksmas dinner. On Sunday afternoon, hundreds of people came to the Hazelton One Community Center to enjoy a hot meal consisting of ethnic favorites, listening to live entertainment, and of course, the children had the chance to see Santa and Mrs. Claus. Countless volunteers catered to all who came. Madden talked about when he cooked for the event back in Florida where it originated.
Honestly, I can't. I used to cook all the time. We did. Started in St. Petersburg with the Rays, and I burned my foot bad. Small sink, cauldron of hot water with pasta. It overflowed, came back on my foot. I got third-degree burns on my foot, and I still had to serve that day with my foot blistering. Done the meatballs, done this. Yeah, I've done it all in the past. It's just gone to the point now where there's just not enough time to do everything. So Louis Ferdinand is in charge of the cooking, and I promise you, it's outstanding.
The center is open year-round, offering programs to Hazelton area youth. It was Madden's vision to create a place where all can come together to bring about a positive change.
This kind of a cafeteria in the bottom of a Catholic school in Hazelton. You know how many years this has been going on, stuff like this? My grandpa, when he turned 100 years ago, great-grandpa, excuse me, they had an event like this in the basement of Our Lady of Grace Church, which was a hall at that point. So I was thinking about that standing up there. Again, trying to tie the past to the present, and where the people sometimes don't quite understand this. And again, it's no different. And I recently read that nostalgia is the most powerful drug of all. And I've really come out here and see what we're doing, meet the kids, meet the faculty here, and I promise you're going to come away as supporters.
Many were on hand to help out with the dinner, including former Hazelton Police Chief and current president of the Hazelton One Community Center, Frank DeAndrea. He told us that nearly 500 people are served at Thanksmas, and it's all made possible by organizers and volunteers.
To be able to feed people in the community that could really use a warm place, a scarf, a warm meal. My kids have been coming here for 6 years. I'm coming for 7. I can't thank Bob and Elaine enough for being so willing to host this and embrace it. And I've got to thank Joe and Jay, because this is Joe and Jay's brainchild. Joe, it does a person good to be here, not only for the people that are being fed, but for all the volunteers who come here and actually see what Christmas is all about.
Anyone who is interested in volunteering or donating to the center can stop by at 225 East 4th Street or call 570-861-8081. In Hazelton for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Frustrated by shortcomings it has identified in elder abuse investigations, Pennsylvania is trying to take a harder line with county agencies that field thousands of complaints a year. The Department of Aging is starting to grade counties on a more aggressive compliance schedule after telling some they had failed to meet regulations and expectations. A county now could have as little as 4 months to improve before it loses the responsibility. Coming up on Milledgeville's News Choice in Community and You, radiological services throughout the Lehigh Valley Health Network, plus Ting O from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers will be here. It's Medical Monday. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazelton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 19 minutes from Scranton, 15 minutes from Wilkes-Barre, 12 minutes from Old Forge, 18 minutes from Mountaintop, and 28 minutes from Berwick. Barber Ford in Exeter and Barber Ford in Hazelton. Start your new car search today at barberautogroup.com, where nobody sells for less.
Boyer Insurance Agency, 78 Sugarloaf Avenue in Sugarloaf. Quality coverage, competitive rates, discounts, recreational vehicles, boats, campers, and motorcycles. Find the coverage you want at the right price. Call them at 570-788-3543.
Modern Therapeutic staff take pride in providing quality care in a professional setting. In-home care for homebound patients and provide free transportation to and from our location. Modern Therapeutics, 1109 West 15th Street, Hazleton.
Well, I'm Gary Perna from Wyln News. On behalf of my wife Whitney and I would like to wish everybody out there a very Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year.
Hi, this is Jeff Bonomo, Director of Production Services for Wyln and host of Off the Beaten Path. I'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
I'm Paula Degnan from WYLN. From my family to your family, a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln News. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to be joined by Lacey, who is a Director of Radiological Services at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, the Wellness Center, and also the Mountaintop location where you guys work out of. So first of all, Lacey, thanks so much for coming on.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about the imaging services, what you guys provide, imaging services, and what you do for the people in the greater Hazleton area.
Well, as part of LVHN, we offer imaging services with a variety of different types of modalities. We have MRI, CT, mammography, interventional radiology, PET CT, ultrasound, just a huge variety of services, and it's offered at both the Wellness Center here in Hazleton and also at the hospital. And then we also have services at Mountaintop, at the Health Center at Mountaintop, and that is primarily just X-ray and ultrasound.
Okay, so if somebody, obviously, their services are needed, broken leg, broken hand, so if they're in Mountaintop, instead of having to come all the way down to the hospital, they're able to do those services right there.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes, that's correct.
So it's making it a little easier so people don't have to travel as much, and that's wonderful. And we already talked about kind of where you guys are located. So if somebody maybe just doesn't like going to the hospital, a lot of those services are still provided at the Health and Wellness Center?
Yes, the Health and Wellness Center has the majority of the same services, the primary services. And then we have some additional services that we've added and will be adding in the future, but primarily the Wellness Center does have the same services.
And speaking of some of the new services, what are the new services being provided to patients here in the greater Hazleton area?
Just in February, we started offering PET CT services, and those are located at 1000 Alliance Drive in Hazel Township. Those are a new service to provide for oncology patients here in this area. And we have also started with the interventional radiology service line at the hospital location, and that will provide a new service. It's a better service for patients. It doesn't require the surgical open surgery for the procedures, so it'll be a better non-invasive, less risk type procedures.
If a patient does have to go in for those, are they more of like an outpatient where they don't have to spend so much time, or do they have to be checked in?
Yes, they are an outpatient, okay. So it is a same-day procedure. They come in, they're there for possibly 3 hours, an hour before prepping and an hour max with the procedure, and then an hour post-recovery time.
And all these services now that Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton are providing let the patients be a little close to home. They don't have to go to Allentown, they don't have to go to Philly. So a lot of the services being brought here to our area are so that patients don't have to travel when they're going through stuff.
Yes, correct. And that is primarily our strategy for the future too, is trying to bring those services that are in Allentown to this area by adding the specialties. We, in addition to our imaging services, all of our imaging services are interpreted by subspecialty radiologists at them, and that's part of Medical Imaging Lehigh Valley. So you're not, they're not being interpreted by a radiologist that does everything. They're interpreted by someone who specializes in musculoskeletal or neuro or body abdominal type imaging. So.
And one of the nice things I've heard over and over again is if people use Lehigh Valley Hospital and the Health Network, whether you're maybe seeing in the Health and Wellness Center or at the hospital or Mountaintop or even Allentown, everything's kind of shared, so you don't have to worry about pulling this from this doctor, pulling that from that doctor. You guys are able to share it across the network.
Yes, we are connected by network. We can send anything to Allentown, they can send anything to us, so it's just simply a phone call and it's done.
All right, wonderful. Lacey, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
And talking to us all about the services that Lehigh Valley Health Network here in Hazelton are providing. Of course, radiology, just one of the many, many great programs being provided here in the greater Hazelton area. Thanks for joining us on Community and You. We'll see you next time.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we treat our customers like family.
Because to us, nothing is more important than family.
So come on in and let our family get your family into a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram.
Need a work truck or have an active family lifestyle? All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. It's the Big Finish event.
All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua.
Let's trade tea.
Four Blooms is now open, 668 North Hunter Highway in Drums. Tuesday's happy hour from 5 until 8 in the bar area. Every Wednesday from 6 until 10 is martini night in the piano room. Sip and Savor, Thursday from 5 until 8 in the bar. And don't forget about Sunday brunch. That's Four Blooms in Drums. Join us this season for holiday programming featuring The Chef Lou Christmas, Holiday Traditions, Holiday Baking with Jen Yamola, Holiday Cooking with Kathy Cucci, Polka Connection, Can Do Christmas, Sounds of the Season, From Saint to Claus, Hometown Holiday, Your Life Christmas Special, First Noel, Holiday Cooking with Helen and Kevin McDonald, Holiday Cooking with Granny Rita. Check out our website at WYLNTV.com for dates and times. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
So as the weather is starting to get cold out there, like if you're anything like me, I'm doing everything I can to avoid myself from getting the cold or the flu. But is there really anything we can do to try and avoid getting a cold or the flu? Well, there actually is. There has been some research done recently that has shown when you exercise, you can actually reduce your risk of getting a cold or a flu by around about 50% or more. And if you add good nutrition to that and supplements, including vitamin C and vitamin D, you might be good enough to help you really reduce your risk of catching a cold and getting sick for the winter. However, not all exercise is good in terms of helping prevent colds. The research shows that moderate exercise is the way to go. And when you think about it, think of your immune system as something that needs to circulate through the body to be able to find any viruses or colds or bacteria that turns up in your body. If you're exercising, it increases your circulation, and that circulation kind of sends your immune system out throughout your body like a police car would on patrol. This way, your immune system can actually pick up on areas of the body that may have beginnings of an infection and catch it before it becomes a major problem. The exercises to do, however, for preventing colds is what we call moderate exercise. Moderate exercise is something that you want to do that gets your heart pumping, gets the circulation going, but you're still able to hold a normal conversation. Research has actually shown if you get into severe or extreme exercise, it can actually increase your risk of catching a cold in the winter, as severe exercise will actually put a stress on your body, making your immune system slightly depressed, making you more prone to developing cold. So if you're out there, like myself, trying to think about what you can do to prevent colds in the winter, my suggestion is one thing first, get out and start moving around. Get into an exercise program if you're not sure. Obviously at physical therapy and balance centers and physical fitness, we have a medically based fitness program here that will assess you, figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are, and help you develop a program so that you know that it's effective and also will reduce your risk of getting injured. So if you're thinking about getting into an exercise program, give us a call here at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers and also Physical Fitness, 570-501-1808, and we can help you get started.
Saturday, Santa made a special stop at the Diamond Fire Company in Hazleton. He arrived via the city's ladder truck, and while at the fire station, Santa talked with a little boy that did something to help others. Gavin Derridus celebrated his 6th birthday earlier in December, and instead of buying toys for himself with the gift cards he got, he donated them to Blue Santa. It's a project by the FOP Lodge in Hazleton. After learning of his selfless act, a call was put into Santa, and he wanted to reward him personally. Santa presented Gavin with a special gift, a Nintendo Switch. And when asked what he wanted from Santa Claus, Gavin said, "For everyone to have a happy Christmas." Go Gavin. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Hi, I'm Scott Wagner. If there's one thing I'm familiar with, it's taking out the trash. I started this business from the ground up. Harrisburg insiders take care of themselves, not us. I'm running for governor to clean up their mess. My plan will junk the property tax, cut wasteful spending, and put big government in the dumpster. I've taken out trash before. Career politicians are going to be real easy.
Conservative, reformer, tough. Scott Wagner for governor.
When is the best time to buy? It's now. The year-end vehicle eradication at Berger Family Dealerships.
2017 Buick LaCrosse, 17% off MSRP, save over $7,000. 2017 Buick Envisions, lease them for $299 a month. 2017 GMC Sierra, high elevation package double cab, lease it for $349 a month.
When is the best time to buy? It's now. The year-end vehicle eradication at Berger Family Dealerships, Route 93, Hazleton.
Hi, I'm Joe Maggio, Technical Director at WYLN TV in Hazleton, wishing all our viewers a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Hi, I'm Julie Stefanovich, videographer here at WYLN, wishing everyone out there a safe and happy holiday season.
Hi, I'm Michael Lula, news videographer and sports videographer at WYLN. I'd like to wish everyone out there a very Merry Christmas and enjoy the holidays. And now, from a friend of mine, Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night.